Imagine sending money across the world and watching it arrive in seconds instead of days, without paying exorbitant fees or worrying about wild exchange rate swings. Or holding a digital dollar that doesn't crash when the rest of the crypto market does. That promise of stability in a volatile world is exactly what draws millions of people to stablecoins every single day. This episode explores what stablecoins actually are, how they maintain their steady value, why they've become essential for real-world utility on distributed ledger technology, the benefits they bring to everyday users, and, just as importantly, the risks and limitations you need to understand. At their core, stablecoins are digital assets designed to hold a relatively stable value, most commonly pegged one-to-one with a fiat currency like the US dollar. They combine the speed, programmability, and borderless nature of crypto with the price predictability we expect from traditional money. Here's the main takeaway. Stablecoins aren't about getting rich quick. They're about making crypto usable in daily life, from payments and remittances to decentralized finance. Understanding them properly helps you navigate the space safely and intelligently. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Crypto assets are high risk. You could lose all your money. Some description links may be affiliates. I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Always do your own research. Why stablecoins matter in crypto. Let's start with the big picture. Traditional cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum can experience dramatic price swings in short periods. That volatility makes them exciting for some, but impractical for many everyday uses. Paying for groceries, sending remittances, or simply holding value without sleepless nights. Stablecoins solve this by aiming for price stability. Their total market has grown enormously, with the combined supply of major stablecoins now exceeding $300 billion and transaction volumes reaching tens of trillions annually. They've become the bridge between traditional finance and distributed ledger technology. Think of them as the digital equivalent of cash in your wallet, something you can actually spend or transfer without constantly checking charts. In emerging markets, where local currencies can lose value quickly, stablecoins offer a practical way to hold dollar-like stability while still benefiting from the speed and transparency of DLT. A common misconception is that all stablecoins are the same as holding actual dollars in a bank. They're not. They're digital tokens that aim to track the dollar's value through specific mechanisms. Another frequent question: why not just use regular bank transfers? The answer lies in speed and accessibility. Stablecoins settle in minutes or seconds, 24/7, across borders, often at a fraction of the cost. Especially valuable for remittances that traditionally carry fees of 6% or more. The benefit is clear. They unlock real utility. Builders and users can focus on applications rather than price speculation. As we discussed in earlier episodes about wallets and everyday crypto use, stablecoins make those connections smoother and more reliable. Yet they also introduce new considerations around trust in the mechanisms that keep them stable. Core principles and how stablecoins function. So how do they actually work? There are a few main designs, each with different trade-offs. The most common are fiat-collateralized stablecoins, such as USDT from Tether and USDC from Circle. These maintain their one-to-one peg by holding reserves of cash, short-term U.S. Treasuries, or equivalent liquid assets equal to or greater than the number of tokens in circulation. When someone wants to create new tokens, the issuer typically receives dollars and issues matching tokens. When tokens are redeemed, they're burned and dollars returned. This redemption and issuance process, combined with market arbitrage, helps keep the price close to $1. USDC, for example, publishes weekly reserve details and receives monthly third-party assurance that reserves match or exceed circulation, with holdings primarily in U.S. Treasuries and cash at regulated institutions. Tether provides regular attestations of its reserves, which include treasuries, cash equivalents, and other assets, and reports excess reserves in recent periods. A second type is crypto-collateralized stablecoins, like DAI from the MakerDAO protocol. Instead of fiat reserves held by a company, DI is generated when users lock other crypto assets, such as Ether or approved tokens, into smart contracts as over-collateralized debt positions. Typically, the value of collateral must exceed the DAI created by at least 150% or more, providing a buffer against price drops. If collateral value falls too low, automated mechanisms liquidate portions to protect the system and maintain the peg. This design operates in a more decentralized way on DLT, governed by community votes rather than a single issuer. A third, less common approach relies on algorithms to adjust supply and demand automatically, though these have faced significant challenges in maintaining stability under stress. A helpful analogy: imagine a seesaw. Fiat collateralized stablecoins use heavy reserves on one side to keep the price level. Crypto collateralized ones use extra collateral as a safety margin so the seesaw doesn't tip even if one side gets lighter. In both cases, the goal is the same: predictable value so the token can function like money on distributed ledgers. These mechanisms tie directly back to DLT's strengths: transparent, programmable, and verifiable transactions without traditional intermediaries for every step. Real-world context and common scenarios. Stablecoins shine in practical situations. In cross-border payments and remittances, they reduce costs and time dramatically compared to legacy systems. Families sending money home or small businesses paying international suppliers can move value instantly at low fees. In decentralized finance, or DeFi, stablecoins serve as the reliable base asset for lending, borrowing, and trading without converting in and out of volatile coins. They provide liquidity and a stable unit of account when everything else fluctuates. Everyday users also turn to them for holding value during market turbulence or when local banking options feel unreliable. Merchants in various regions accept them for goods and services because settlement is fast and finality is clear on the ledger. A common viewer question: are stablecoins really used by regular people or just traders? The answer is both. While traders rely on them for quick entry and exit on exchanges, millions more use them for payroll in certain regions, treasury management by businesses, or simply as a digital cash equivalent that can be self-custodied in a wallet. Building on how wallets connect to real-world crypto use from previous episodes, stablecoins make those wallets far more functional. You can send, receive, or hold value without the emotional roller coaster of price swings. They bring crypto closer to solving actual problems, rather than just creating new ones. Safety considerations, risks, limitations, and key questions. No discussion of stablecoins is complete without balanced realism. Benefits come with genuine risks. Centralized issuers like those behind USDT and USDC hold reserves off the main ledger, so users must trust the company's management, reserve quality, and ability to honor redemptions. Past events have shown temporary depegs during banking stress or market panic, though most recovered. Transparency varies. Some issuers provide frequent attestations and third-party reviews, others less so. Decentralized designs like DAI reduce single-point trust, but introduce smart contract risks, liquidation mechanics during volatility, and governance decisions made by token holders. Over-collateralization helps, yet sharp drops in collateral value can still trigger cascading effects. Broader risks include regulatory changes, potential runs if confidence erodes, and the simple fact that stablecoins are not insured like bank deposits. They exist on DLT, so self-custody brings both empowerment and responsibility. Lose your keys, and the funds are gone. Common misconceptions include believing the peg can never break, or that all stablecoins carry identical risk profiles. In reality, Each design has different strengths and weaknesses. Stablecoins won't solve every problem in crypto or finance, but when understood clearly, they become one of the most empowering parts of the ecosystem for everyday navigation. If you're ready to take the next step in crypto, check the links in the description. Wallets, exchanges, and more are waiting. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research. Thanks for watching Crypto Pulse 360. Stay pulsed.